What's good? It's your boy Ben, and I'm back with another video, and I'm just talking about life in general. I'm doing a follow-up video from my previous video about the Detroit Job Corps, and I spoke to one of the personnel here, and they said that all other students are returning, and they actually had a graduation today, and they're on their way to coming back and finishing up their trades and the whole nine, and I'm happy to hear that, and I'm overjoyed to actually see like a few students like moving about, and I wish I could get a little more feel from like some of the students that's here, but unfortunately, if you're not a student, you can't be on the premises, and you know that's just for safety reasons. But it's happy to see that a lot of the students are back on campus, and they're on their way to finishing up trades and just doing all what they have to do. You got to think about it. It was not even like probably like a month ago that the current administration actually shut down Job Corps, and I'm actually gonna show you a quick video. Give me a moment.
A decision by a federal judge opened the door for the Job Corps programs to resume operations across the country, including in Grand Rapids.
News 8's Duncan McLean spoke with a state lawmaker and visited the Job Corps building today to get the latest on their plans following the federal injunction. Duncan?
Brian, Amber State Representative Kristen Grant held her monthly community coffee hour inside the Grand Rapids Job Corps building over on Hall Street this afternoon. We weren't allowed inside as the grounds are federal property, but we did speak with the representative about the event, and she confirmed that Job Corps programming will resume in Grand Rapids.
The court order did say that the original action that was taken was illegal.
Back to business at Job Corps centers across the country after a federal judge said the U.S. Department of Labor's order to pause programs was illegal. State Representative Kristen Grant confirming to News 8 that programs will resume at the Hall Street location, but emphasized the weeks-long pause will have lasting consequences after efforts to comply with the original order to pause started to wind down education and housing for students.
We can't negate the fact that everything that happened was really damaging to the program, to the lives of the students who were here, or the young adults who were here. So we had some students who were able to go home while things were figured out, while we had other students who were literally homeless.
Job Corps was given the order to empty buildings and cease operations by July 1st, earlier this month. Representative Grant tells us, though, the work never stopped for the stewards of the program.
The staff here went over and above to make sure that those young adults were taken care of.
Now they're calling back students. The representative hoping to get the word out that this impactful job training and housing program is back up and running for now, hosting her monthly community coffee hour on campus Monday.
We've had community conversations here before, but I thought that it was really pertinent to take June to invite community in to meet the Job Corps team, to find out about the work they do and how we can support them moving forward.
Now, the Department of Labor says they are reviewing the challenge and maintains that their effort to pause the program was legal. So the uncertainty may not be over just yet. The local Job Corps operation itself couldn't comment today, but we hope to hear from them officially in the coming days as operations get back underway. Amber.
Okay, we're back. So that was one of the Job Corps out in Grand Rapids. I think this news clip was from the local news out in Grand Rapids, and that just kind of put a perspective or put some context to what's going on with a lot of the students that were displaced, and you know, now that they're back at Job Corps, and as you can see, you know, they are back up and running. I'm happy for a lot of the students because when I tell you, you got to imagine if you were in a space like where you didn't really have no place to go, or you was really trying to escape like whatever you had going on at home. If you had like your whole living situation just wasn't right at home, and you kind of like like kind of just got the guts to like really like, okay, I gotta really get on track. You know, college is not for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and get a trade. And right now, man, I think this was like a lot an option for many students that were considering, you know, what's the next move with life, man? What can I do, you know, to get on and start making, putting forth the effort in making a career, you know. And like I said, I went here upwards to like 20 years ago, and yeah, you know, it set the path for like my career, which was computer repair. Unfortunately, they don't have that anymore. I think they still have building maintenance. I think they have border patrol and a few others, you know. But if you see this video and you actually attend the Detroit Job Corps, like, let me know, you know, how are things, and leave a comment below, you know, how's it feel ever since y'all been back, you know, in the whole nine. But I definitely did this video at one of my viewers' requests, and I appreciate your you know, the interaction. Shout out to you. But yeah, I'm happy to hear that a lot of students, more than half are back. There are some that are on their way back. They realize that, you know, that you couldn't necessarily just shut it down on a drop of a dime. You know, you have to take steps and measures, you know, and just do it right, you know. And you know, government spending, wasteful spending, and all that, that's one thing. But in the same token, if you're trying, if these young people have a resource for like this in every part of America, man, I think this is definitely something that needs to be saved, you know. And if you are potentially looking at going to Job Corps, just get in here and do what you need to do. Take as many trades as you want, because you can actually come in at 16 and you can be up here till 24. You know, you hear a lot of negativity about, you know, it was a haven for fights and violence and all that. You know, that may be the truth. You know, it may be some truth to that, but in that same token, if you come in and do what you have to do, take care of you have to take care of, you know what I'm saying, you can get on and even potentially become an entrepreneur. If you got that entrepreneurial spirit, you know, do that. You know what I'm saying? Take all the knowledge you possibly can and all the resources, and best of all, it's free. And on top of that, they actually do give you money before you leave once you complete the program. It's like free money. I think at the time when I completed, I got upwards to about $1,200. Yeah, I bought me a car, and I think I took my mother-in-law, my wife out to dinner. But let me know what y'all think about this whole thing, man. You know, are y'all happy about it? You know, I'm happy for the simple fact that those displaced students are able to come back. So most times with Job Corps, they're actually it's actually other companies that bid on the actual center. So you do have like a third party bidding on running the whole center. So I asked the personnel, was it that case? But nah, it was just bottom line. It was due to like what was going on in the world with Doge, and just really just trying to you know, figure out, you know, what's the what and what's wasteful spending. And unfortunately, Job Corps and the Labor Department got caught in the crosshairs. So let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all clicking on this video. If you subscribe, I appreciate you too. If you just casually just stopping by, viewing, I appreciate that as well. But if you do like more content like this, subscribe. All right, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.